Are live. We are live. Let's see if we have anybody in
Well, I can
here.
tell you that I'm not. I don't see us. So maybe I just have to.
Yes, yes, we are. We are live. Oh, I gotta turn my sound down over here.
I see us.
Live chat. There we are. Ta-da! There's two
I
of
see
us in
us.
here. Excellent. Okay, so and there may be some people in the background who are not visible on here, so
Okay.
that could very well be the case also. Trying to get this thing. We will get this figured out one way or another.
I'm actually
As
changing my chat to live chat so I capture everybody's chat. Because last time I would put it on, I didn't know that there was a difference between live chat and top chat. So,
oh, on
yeah.
here there is.
Yeah, I'm on the laptop and you can see people's, it says live chat or top chat. And live
Where
chat is
does it?
everybody, and top chat
Yeah.
is just whoever they deem is good or enough.
Oh, we want
Anyway,
everybody. How do you set that? Oh,
I
there's
don't
some
know.
people.
Hi
Hello,
guys.
Melanie. Hi, Cheryl.
Well, we knew that Cheryl was going to be here. Cheryl,
Hey,
Melanie, hello. I'm so excited
thank you so much for joining us. We're just
because
kind
I'm not
of
used to doing lives.
well, and this is my third one, so I'm still trying to figure things out as well as we go along. Oh, I see something, and I don't know. I believe there's a little eyeball up here that says we've got 7 people watching.
Hi
So,
guys.
hello everybody. If we've got some people in the background not talking, welcome to you guys as well. Welcome. Where's my hand? Welcome.
Melanie has, yeah, said there are 3 bars on the right top beside the X.
Do, 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 do.
Jody, Mo Crowley. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. I
Thank
apologize
you
if I'm not
so
looking
much.
at you. I'm looking down at my computer for the comments.
And we're just trying to figure this all out as we go along. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm Robin from Roaming with Rover. And of course, our very, very special guest tonight is Amber from Fostering Crochet. And we're so happy that you guys are joining in. Hi, Terry's Treasures. Nice to see you. Hi, Keith. If I miss people, please forgive me. Oh, hi, Queen Mama. Please forgive me. I am still fumbling through trying to figure all this stuff out. And just a little housekeeping before we start. I think most of you guys know that I live in a motorhome in East Texas, and we are in the middle of a dust storm right now. We have 50-mile-an-hour winds.
That's
So
crazy.
this thing is a rocking and it's a little bit noisy. And you may also hear some background noises because we're also working right now. You guys are used to seeing me in my beautiful uniform. So we are
Yes.
also yeah, we're also working right now. And because of the storm, Mister can't go sit outside. Usually I make him go sit outside during my lives. But so he and all the dogs are here with us. So there may be a little more commotion. And being in the motorhome, there's no place for them to go hide.
Right.
Yes, Cheryl, I did. I was just telling Amber about you. I'll go ahead and jump in here real quick since you brought that up. So, some of you may know that I was invited by Connie from Just Another Stitch to test this darling pattern. Yeah, the dust is terrible. This darling pattern that she just, I can't even imagine creating patterns. That just blows me away. But so I'm like, I've only been knitting a couple of months, so I've made a hat and a dishcloth. Sure, I'll test your pattern. So this is what I came up with. Isn't it darling? But it's a little tight because no fault of the pattern. The pattern is wonderful, and y'all need to go buy it as soon as she releases it. But I didn't know what I was doing. And thankfully, Cheryl got on and gave me some tips and some hints. So, hi, Nazareth. So, next time I maybe actually get a little bit of stretch in my hat, but it's
I
so
think so.
darn cute. And look, you can actually see the candy canes and everything. I am so proud of myself, you guys. Man, oh man, who ever thought I could have done something like that?
It
I
looks
was so
really,
impressed.
really good. I haven't even tried knitting yet. No, I'm not ready to do that. You go. I'm not doing that.
I'm
Show
loving
me
it.
crochet
I'm
top.
loving it. Yeah, no, I've been crocheting the better part of my life, but
Me too.
and about once every 10 years, I'm like, I'm going to learn how to knit, and I'll pick it up and get all frustrated and throw it down and don't touch it for another 10 years. Thank you, Melanie. And
I'm gonna wait 10 years to do it.
yeah, so and I know there's a saying, and I was thinking about it today, that it's a poor craftsman who blames his tools, but
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, having some good knitting needles has made all the difference.
I'm
Um,
sure.
because I had to pick up some knitting needles while I was at my daughter's house to start this. And I just went to Walmart and found the cheapest knitting needles I could find. It was horrible. It was a horrible experience. And I got home and got my good set, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there is so much difference in the process, and it's enjoyable. And so I will say, in this instance,
Right?
having better tools has made the experience enjoyable and not nearly as frustrating for me.
I'm
So
sure.
that's
Yeah,
that's my
I'm
two bits
sure.
worth. thank,
I
thank you so
might
much,
wait
Cheryl.
10 years. Yeah, I might
Yes.
wait 10 years.
Yeah. And I don't know
I gotta do
why
it
I
before.
think it's necessary for me to learn how to do this, but it's something I have put on myself, and I'm loving it. For the first time ever, I'm loving it. But
That's awesome. See, I'm
yes, Melanie.
afraid of starting something new because then I'll have to have all the knitting needles to go with it. Then
Oh
I'll have to have
yes.
all the new
Oh
projects, and then
yes.
I'll have to buy all the new patterns. And if I'm addicted
Oh
to
yes.
anything more than yarn, it is pattern.
Yes. Oh, is that right,
So
Cheryl? She's
yeah.
saying
Well,
even the other ones
hello,
will work on
Tiffany. How
others.
are you doing?
Hi, little crafty bits. Hit Tiffany. Hello. Thank you guys all so much for popping in tonight. Okay, so we've played around a little bit, and I've jumped ahead. I am I'm a list maker. I am a big time list maker. So when I started doing these lives, I'm like, okay, I'm going to have a little list here, and I never stick to it. But
I don't know
so
if it's you
again,
or me who's going out.
you having a problem, Amber? Oh, hi, Sanita.
Yeah, maybe. Sanita, how are you doing?
This is wonderful. Thank you guys so much. And if you wouldn't mind popping over and hitting the thumbs up, apparently that's a big deal in the world of YouTube. I don't know, but it's a thing. It's a thing. If
Yeah.
I don't know if it will let you because of the rules of StreamYard. I am happy if you are a creator for you to put your, thank you, Jody, for you to put your addressy thing in here. I don't know if I have any moderators in here. Moderators are more than welcome to do that. I only have a couple, and I don't see any of their names. So if it
I
will
see
let
some.
you, thank you. If it will let you, you're welcome to put it in there. It may block it. So go ahead and give it a try, someone. Oh gosh, it's so nice to see everybody in here. So, of course, right now my doctor calls, wouldn't you know it?
Oh my gosh.
You wait all day for the phone call. So, Amber, again, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me tonight on this live. I was so excited when you said you were joined, because I
Oh, me
feel
too.
like you and I are two peas in a pod when we're doing
And
all this stuff.
I remember you being one of the first commenters too. I know Nancy was a first commenter, but you have always commented, and I kind of felt like, I don't know. There definitely is a connection. I don't know how to explain it, but there definitely is. So, hey Sue, how are you, girlfriend? Hi Melanie.
So, how long, Amber, have you been doing your YouTube channel?
Okay, so this is going to be so dumb. So I started a YouTube channel when I lived in Florida, and I have started many, and you know how you start something, you're like, no, and then you delete it. I have deleted, I can't even tell you, like 3 or 4 YouTube channels. And I'm like, you know
Really?
what? People are just this. I don't know why. I'm a perfectionist, to be fair. And I've just
Oh.
decided to let all that crap go. And
Mhm.
I started it when I was in Florida, and I had a couple on there. But then I moved to Iowa, and probably my like really, really going into it was probably around August of this last year. I've had it for over a year,
Mhm.
but you know, I think I just was like, who's gonna watch me, you know? And
Right?
I gotta say that YouTube is kind of addicting a little bit. Hey, girlfriend. Hey, Deanna. Hi, Rhonda. Rhonda, how are you doing? Oh, by the way, you guys, Rhonda and Sue and a couple other people, I just want to give a big shout out. You got mail coming. Okay. So, but I just decided to let it go, let it be, just do it. And YouTube is so dumb. Not dumb. It is because you get
Sucked in.
affirmation. You do get sucked in.
Mhm.
You do get sucked in.
You
And
get
so
sucked in.
like when I see Rhonda's name up there, I feel like I know her. When I see
Mhm.
Tiffany's name up there, I feel like I know her. Queen Mama, I know you. I mean, I don't know you, but I've seen you. I've
Mhm.
seen your channel. I just, I feel like it's such a good community and you get to know these people. And here's the really dumb thing about YouTube. I swear to you, when somebody comments on you, I remember when the Canadian Crocheter, she subscribed to my channel, and
Yeah.
I about died. I'm
Yes.
like, oh,
Yep.
because these people are my superheroes. They're my
Mhm.
superstars. They're my Will Smith. They're my
Yes.
Gwyneth Paltrow. They're my, Meryl
Mhm.
Streep. These are these people that I have followed for years, and then all of a sudden they're here. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh
Yep.
my god. And
Yep.
so you get that positive reinforcement that helps you to
Mhm.
go along. And I've got to say that yesterday was an especially, was it yesterday? What's today? What is today? Tuesday?
Today is Tuesday, yes.
Sunday was especially heartfelt for me because I had, me, I have a lot of yarn. We
Mhm.
all have a lot of yarn.
Yeah.
And so I made
We
a
won't
video and
we
you're like,
won't talk about the suitcase out in the truck because I've got no room in here.
that yeah, I know. I saw that you bought that suitcase. It was really, I'm like, oh, she bought a suitcase.
2. I bought 2 suitcases.
Oh my God. Hey, Saf. Um, so I put on, I was like, you know what? I need to get rid of this yarn. I donated like so much, like
Mhm.
gobs and gobs. And then I decided, well, maybe I'll do a mystery box or two. They sold out
Gone.
so fast.
Gone.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, who would want my yarn? And then,
Couldn't even
and I
get
was
through the
like,
video and it was gone.
I know. I was like, what happened? Who are you crazy people? I love you so much. So that was a
Who
lot
of
of
you out
fun.
there needs that much more yarn?
All right. I know. I'm trying to get rid of it. I'll give it to you, but it made me very happy to donate the yarn, and I didn't have to be talked into putting the boxes up for the mystery. But it's really hard for me to sell my stuff.
Yeah.
I'd rather give it away.
Mhm.
I don't know why. But it was very heartwarming, and I was very, very happy. And I want to get a huge shout out to Nancy McDonald, because before I even posted the video, she was the first one to grab the mistress. She must have been, I don't
Wow.
know what she was doing. I
Yeah.
don't know what she was doing. She was on my website or something before I even posted the video. It was gone. I was like,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
girl's crazy.
Well, just so you know, for those of you who may not already be subscribed to Amber, and you should be, there, if I did it right, and there's a 50-50 chance of that. If you go down into the description box under this thingy, there is her link to her channel and also the link to her website, if I did it right. She's
I
got
don't have
some
anything
cute
on there
stuff for.
now.
Well, you have some patterns for
I
sale.
do. I have one pattern.
And
Yeah.
one pattern, which go girl, I will never ever do that.
Let me tell you
So
something. Writing patterns is super hard. It's
mhm,
harder than I thought it was. It is super hard.
it is. Hi everybody. If I have missed a few people, hi Diana and Hooked on Deneen. Hello. I saw a question. Diana, Mr. is in the room, so we really can't answer that question.
Don't answer that.
But most of it, let's just say most of it, 90% of it. Yeah. I will never have all the yarn for the 900 patterns I've got set aside. And do you all have patterns like everywhere? Everywhere. I have patterns on Ravelry. I have patterns on Lovecraft. I have patterns on Dropbox. I have patterns in Pinterest. I have patterns saved on my computer. I don't even know how to get to. Man. But I've got a million ideas.
It's so funny you say that because when I download all this stuff, it downloads to my phone. So I have to go into my phone, go under my documents, go find out what I downloaded, hit the thing. And when you follow it on your phone, I have a 30-second delay. So if I don't touch my phone for 30 seconds, it goes blank again. And I'm constantly, I'm like, hold on.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. I screenshot a lot of patterns just so that I can work on them from my phone. But I really like, I want a pattern printed out. I want it printed out so I can hold it in my hot little hand and mark stuff off and see where I'm at and make notes and count. And I have to have a piece of paper. I've seen people do it all and I've done simple patterns from the phone, but I need a piece of paper. I
have my printer right over there. It just happens to be out of ink right now.
Yeah, mine's in a closet. I do have a little printer here, but I have to drag it out of the closet, find a place to set it up, hope it'll connect to internet, and then cross my fingers that it'll print. So,
well, Melanie says she loves to write her favorite patterns in a notebook. So you go, girl. Jealous.
Oh. And when I do a bag a day pattern, that's what I do. I go through it the first time and listen to it. Yeah, I can do this. And then I go step by step and write it down so that I can cross it off.
Yeah, for sure.
Stuff. Yeah.
Keith, my website is Fostering Yarn.
And it should be down in the description. There should be a clicky link there. Oh, aren't you clever, Saf, using your iPad, iBooks? I don't know how to do that. We'll figure that out. Yeah, we'll figure that all out someday. So, and I know when I first started watching you, Amber, you had 2 different channels kind of going at the same time. And then you combined them. And then I see you've got a second one again.
So I have Fostering Crochet.
Yes.
That's the one, I call that my Talk channel. My Talk channel. And my other one is just tutorials. I think I have 4 on there right now. And somebody noted that because I put a tutorial on my Talk channel, the crochet channel, and then one on the yarn channel. The yarn channel is still longer. I don't know how that happened. Because I talked more. I don't know. It's not supposed to be my Talk channel. Because I talk all the time. If you've ever been to my channel, I do not shut up. Right now with Robin, I'm trying to respect her as much as possible. But do you know how hard it is for me to keep my mouth closed?
Me too. And I come from a family of loud, fast talkers, and we always talk all over each other. And it's not disrespectful, it's excitement. That's what I tell. I'm just excited. Yes, I love it too. And I think I started watching you just about 6 months ago when we got down here and got settled, and I'm like, okay, now what am I going to do? And I got sucked into the YouTube. And I don't know. As a matter of fact, I think it was one of your Mary Maxim Crochet the Month unboxings. And and you, Mr. is going to he's going to break my little fingers if I do anything else. But every time you show that knit yarn, I think, oh, I should do that too because the yarn is so nice.
Oh, you only do the nice.
I have to because I do Mary Maxim and I do Hirschner's and I do the Annie's, the 2 Annie's blankets. It's bad. And I can't keep up, but I love the yarn. Well, don't we all love the yarn? Who all loves the yarn?
Oh my God. I love it all the time. So I was thinking about doing the Mary Maxim Afghan kit, the one that's every 3 months. Yeah, I was thinking about adding that one. Do you do that one? Oh,
never made one.
I do. I don't advertise my second. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, my current video, but I haven't released it yet. But on my current video, I show it's a beautiful pattern, and it's a little more complicated than sometimes they seem to be a little too simple. I wonder if you guys have thought the same on those. But this one's a little complicated, and the yarn is gorgeous. And tell me what you guys think. And I'll ask this when I post the video too, but it is a hand wash, lay flat to dry blanket pattern. And I'm like,
what's it made out of?
Prism yarn. Beautiful yarn.
I love Prism.
I love Prism too, but
I
can't see hand washing a big old blanket. That's not going to happen.
No.
So I think I'm going to steal that yarn. I found a knit Rowana that I really, really want to make.
You found where?
I don't know where I found it. A pattern.
Oh.
I think it's on Ravelry. I love Ravelry.
Oh, okay.
But, I put in Prism, and then I just start searching for things that people have made, and this came up with it. And so I think I'm going to use that yarn for a Rowana, because I think the colors in that will be gorgeous. And then I'll find something a little more utilitarian for that beautiful blanket pattern. And it's over there, and I can't grab it, so I can't even show you guys. But I've got a video coming out later this week.
I don't have anything near me either. I have 2 mystery boxes right beside me that I still have to pack up. And, that's already in packages, but they're so heavy that I can only carry like 2 in at a time. So,
girl, that's going to cost you a fortune to mail.
So, it cost me $27 to mail them.
That's not. I thought it's going to be way more than that, because I mailed off a little bitty box here. I mean, a little bitty box the other day, and it was $9.
Yeah,
with
$27. They'll receive it on Monday. I don't know when these are going tomorrow, but I decided to do the $65 including shipping, and I got to tell you. You were so if anybody doesn't know and you haven't seen her unboxing, the first video that you did with the Kitcheners, I was like, I just felt so bad for you. And I was just, and then of course everything worked out because she was awesome. I know. And I thought,
was not happy. I'm still not happy about the yarn.
Yeah, I know.
And I was a little sad. So this poor lady, I had no idea she was a one-man show. And I mean, I called and it's like, I'm calling customer service and she's like, hello. And I'm like, is this Kitchener's? Yeah. I need customer service. You got her. And I'm like, I have some problems with my order. Oh yeah, Robin. And I'm like, how did you know it's me? And she must have from my phone number. And she had already pulled up the order. I didn't have to go through what's your number, what's the order number, blah, blah, blah. I can't find you, like usually happens. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot, we were out of this and I've already issued you a refund. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'm kind of going, because I mean, dude, there was like 5 things missing from there. And I'm going through it. And she's like, I ran out of those and I didn't have the free gift to put in there. And I'm so sorry. I forgot. And she could not have been nicer. And what happened, my glasses keep getting covered in dust. That's how bad the dust is here.
Oh my God.
BOD, Bag a Day, did her unboxing and then she got slammed.
Well, of course she did.
And I'm like, oh, that's right. That's where I heard of you from. And me and everybody else in the country attacked her with orders. And so then, I'm talking to her about this and that. She's like, oh, and I says, hey, that's fine. And I says, it's no hurry. There's nothing in here that I need this minute. And she's like, nope, I'll get it out in the next batch. I'm sending a batch out at the end of the week. And she just couldn't have been nicer. And she goes, oh, just so you know, I've got this coming in and I've got that coming in. And I'm like, yeah, I can't buy any more yarn. And
no.
But I'll tell you what, that tangled box, I knew it was going to be tangled. So that was not a surprise. But that's horrible yarn. It is horrible yarn. And I saw somebody else's And hers were all these beautiful blues and greens. And I'm like, I got circus colors and nothing that'll match
Yeah.
together. And I'm like, what am I going to do this? And it's not even, people say Red Heart is rough. This stuff
Yeah.
was 100 times worse than that. And then I had an idea. I'm going to make a basket. I'm going to make one of
okay.
those, what do you call it? Where you leave all your scrap. I'm going to make a scrap basket. So
Yeah,
just grab the
for
different
sure.
colors, and they're mostly primary colors, so they'll all work well together. And you want a basket to be utilitarian. So,
Are you
and
gonna
I've been
hold
wanting
two
to
together?
probably hold 3 or 4 together.
3 or 4
I've,
together? Okay.
I've got a couple patterns for, yes, circus colors for sure. I've got a couple patterns for scrap baskets where you hold, and it might just be 2 or 3, and then you rotate the colors in and out as you use them. And the baskets are gorgeous, and it's on my list of things I want to do anyway. So I'm like, okay, now
Yeah,
I have a purpose, and that's the right yarn for it. So, everything works out. But so I will say the customer service was beyond reproach. Her other
that's
items were
amazing.
very appropriate. I would not recommend the Tangled, but Mama G, she got a great box.
Yeah,
Hers
I
were
love Mama
beautiful.
G. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hers were great. So it's the luck of the draw. So
And so I have some amazing, gorgeous yarn that I'm never going to use because I don't have that kind of time. I'm never going to have that kind of time. I have way too much yarn. And so I did decide to put a mystery box in, and I am so hoping that everybody likes their stuff. And that's
well,
kind of
you
why I kind of did a
showed.
video.
Yeah,
What?
it was gorgeous. Yours was the best mystery box I've ever seen, ever.
I hope so.
And I have bought a lot of mystery boxes, and I keep saying
I
I'm
hope
not going to anymore, and then I get sucked into it again.
Well,
I do.
I think I was so I have received a couple of Crystal's mystery boxes, and
I got one, and it's
yeah,
sitting at home, and I've had it for
well,
months, and I can't open it yet because it's at my house in Washington.
oh
A crystal mystery
no,
box that
what?
I haven't seen yet.
Okay. Well, she's like, "Where's my mystery box?" I don't know. Where's your mystery box?
Yeah.
I don't think I could handle that. I would have to call somebody, talk to somebody. Please send me my box. I got to have my box. Her box is very interesting. It had a little bit of everything. So that's what I liked about it. But one of the things that I noticed was she had and I never was able to order it, but she had like a not mystery box. And I was like, a not mystery box. Like, how cool is that? And that's also what gave me the idea of showing some of the things that were going to go into the box. Obviously, there's things that people didn't see that went in the box, but for the most part, I at least wanted them to see it so they could, kind of know what it was about.
Agreed.
Oh, heck no, Cheryl. Although, I did get an international stamp, Cheryl, and I was able to send it to Australia. So you will be getting also a card in the mail.
Nice.
Just to let you know.
Very nice.
No fun this month.
Oh, I know.
Hey, so I'm going to do a shameless plug, and it's not really a shameless plug, but if you want, because at the end of all my videos, I always say smile big, right? And because the channel has brought me to you, Robin, has brought me to many other people that you get this connection with that nobody understands but you. It isn't that you just love yarn. When I look at yarn, I'm like, I can do this with you, and I can do that with you, and oh my God, you would be a great whatever, and you would be a great whatever. It's not just the love of yarn; it's the love of the idea that yarn can give you. And only people who love yarn and love crochet or knit know how that feels, and nobody in my family does that. No
exactly. Nobody gets it. Nobody gets it. And you know what else? Most people not only don't get it, they're like, yeah, don't give me any of your handmade junk. I'm not interested. And then somebody will ask you to make them something, and you're just like, yes, I will make you a hat. I will make you a scarf. I will make you a sweater. I will make you anything your little heart desires.
I don't really have that problem because my 8-year-old loves everything that I make. My mother likes everything that I make. And just this winter, my son, for the very first time, said, "Hey, Mom, could you make me a scarf?" And I'm like, "Sure, son, I can do that. Yeah, sure." I'm trying to like stay calm because I don't want to freak him out. You know?
Yep.
Yeah, sure, son. Yeah, what color do you want?
Well, and we don't have any littles in our family. So when Mr. had a great grandbaby, I got super excited. So now I can make little clothes. And so the first time I made this little dress, and her mama was so excited. And
That's amazing.
then she tried to learn how to crochet, and she's like, "I have a newfound appreciation for these little things that you make."
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
On the flip side of making those things, though, don't you ever have people that say, "Hey, I'll pay you to make it. Here's how about $20?" And you're like, "Dude, the yarn costs more than that."
No, nobody has ever offered to pay me anything. And usually, I think if they did, my immediate reaction would be, "I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough to. That's too much stress for me because it would have to be perfect." And even when I sent my grandson that sweater, which he adores, and by the way, hi, Angela. By the way, he looks like a model in that sweater. I'm so proud. Bye-bye, Steph. Thank you for joining us. There's a mistake in there. And every time I see that, my eye goes right to the mistake. And I know
you can see that.
I know, but that's why I could never, ever charge anybody. I couldn't do it.
I decided that I could. I have 3 things on my items. They're pretty high price. So if you want them, you get them. If you don't worry about it. This is just, things that I have because I make so much stuff. Don't you just make so much stuff? I have blankets up to the ceiling. I just have so much stuff. And I know this isn't everybody's cup of tea, but I got to tell you something. Blankets are my favorite.
Blankets are my jam. And I'm like, how many blankets was I working on that giveaway? 6. I had 6 blankets.
That's crazy.
And that's not counting the ones that are in the whip pile in the back that we don't even know what's back there. I've only got 2 blankets back there, I think. Hey, Nancy, thanks for joining.
Hey, Nancy.
But yeah, I just am always drawn to blanket patterns. And that's why I think I'm drawn to the Rowanas, because it's basically a blanket you put around your shoulder. And shawls and wraps, and they're just, a different kind of a blanket. And then it's like, I do these hats, and I'm like, okay, that'll take me 3 or 4 weeks. And it's like, oh, it took me a day. Maybe I should make a few more of these. I'm sorry. Fiona, I did not see your question. What? Could you say it again?
I'm sorry, I didn't see it either. Hooked by Deneen? I apologize.
Yeah, sometimes they just fly through. They go through faster than we can keep up with. Oh, doggy sweaters.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I'm talking a lot, not reading as much, so I'm sorry. So I am working on like 3 blankets, 1 wrap, and 3 shawls right now. And then I'm starting my very first raglan, I guess the top down, right? The top down thing. Yeah. So listen, this is how you don't know yourself. Now, so I've watched like 5 different people doing 5 different ways. And so I just combine them and we're going to figure it out. But, so I'm measuring it. I'm like, God, this looks big. And then I tried it on and went, oh, this is tight.
Oh,
you're like, I guess I don't know myself that well. Well,
yeah.
I'm so glad, Nancy.
Oh, can you ship to Canada?
I have not tried to ship to Canada. But I don't see why not.
Angela's in here. She said she ships stuff from Canada. She just sent me some stuff. I ordered some things and she shipped them.
I think ordering from Canada for Americans is way different than having something shipped because they have to pay duties and stuff, right, guys? You guys have to pay duties and taxes. I think it's listen, I went to Canada and we went to Niagara Falls, and as a tourist, I went there and they slapped me with a VAT tax. I'm like, what? I said, I brought this stuff with me. And they're like, no, but you got to have a VAT. I'm like, What?
Really?
So value added tax, yes. And so
Okay.
they have us. Well, this was a long time ago. This is from 20 years ago because I went there for my 10th anniversary, and I way before 2001, 9/11, when everything changed. But yeah, it's like they slapped me with a VAT tax. It was funny. So I don't know what it would cost, but I can definitely check it out. I can check it out.
Yeah.
And besides,
For sure.
that blanket that I have on my website, I charge enough for it. I do all free shipping anyway. I just do free shipping because
So she'll check into that. Okay, Deneen, is that how you say your name? Is it Deneen? I want to get it right. So if Deneen is correct, please tell me.
yes,
And
please
Cheryl,
do so. And the reason
Cheryl,
why
are
is
you still here?
well, hello, Joanne. Now the reason I'm
Hi.
asking about Deneen is because I have cousins and I have a couple of twins, and there's Denia, Tear Tray, and Dorinda. So we always it's duh, and so when I see her name, I say Deneen, and that's only because of the family that I have. So, and if I'm completely off, tell me.
Yeah, and I saw that name. I'm like, I'm not sure if that's right. Gonna give it a go. So I wanted to show Cheryl and any of you that saw my video knitting this hat. Oh my gosh. So my YouTube friend Connie from Just Another Stitch has created this beautiful pattern. Isn't that the cutest? Her patterns are so cute. And the funny thing is, I was looking at her patterns one day, and I there's one that's got pumpkins, and I want to make that. I'm like, I can't make that. It's
Wait,
knit,
is it
and
knit?
it's yes,
Oh,
yes, they're all knit. She's got one that's crochet, and it's the
okay.
same pattern, but she put it in a crochet. So then we were talking, and she asked me if we had a conversation about me testing this pattern. I'm like, dude, I can't test your knit pattern. So I was struggling with it, and Cheryl, you got on and gave me some wonderful tips, and I'm still putting in my ends. So this is what we ended up with. It's cute, and look at those candy
It is
canes.
cute. It's
But
amazing.
I definitely needed those Fair Isle lessons before I started this. So I will definitely be doing another hat in Fair Isle or something in Fair Isle. But I'm not afraid of it anymore because I believe it is harder in crochet than it is here because
I'm sure.
you have to do your twist exactly right or you end up with holes. And with this, it didn't matter. It didn't matter which way you put your twist
Yeah.
as far as I know. As far as I know. But okay, Nancy said she mailed one of the Santa sacks from Lion Brand, just the sack, and it cost
It
her
costs
$17.
$17. Yeah. I mean, I can
Wow.
check it out. I don't have any mystery boxes right now. I literally got rid of most of my yarn
In
because
5 minutes.
I don't, yeah, they were gone so fast. And because I gave 12 of them away to the Goodwill, and then I just said, I'll just throw a couple mysteries in there, and really because of Robin, I just thought, wow, I wanted somebody to have an experience with yarn with I love my yarn. I don't know if you're gonna love my yarn, but I love my yarn, and so I wanted to share that and make a little profit on the side too.
And I was loving some of the yarn you were putting there. I'm like, I'll buy that from you. I'll buy that from you. We can't buy it all. We want to. We want
I
to try all
know.
the yarns. And every now and again, I'm going to get it wrong. Knit Crate. Oh, their yarns are luscious. That is
I
the
wish.
only mystery box that I buy, no problems. And I've got one sitting there that I just picked up in the mail, and I'll do a video opening them. It is luscious yarn, and it's yarns I cannot afford except for these special things like this. And I'll be holding it and loving on it and squishing it. And people are going, "What are you gonna make out of it?" I don't know. I don't care. I'm just gonna hold my pretty yarn.
Oh, that's so funny. Hey, so did you take advantage of that huge sale that they had on all of their like mystery boxes? I think they got 9 skeins or something for like $40 or something like that.
Okay. So, and they have raised their prices on the mystery boxes. So now
Ooh.
mystery boxes are $80.
What?
And yes, and it's not 9, it's 6 skeins. Well, they're different.
Oh,
This is like alpaca and I mean, this is $30 a skein yarn that they're throwing in there. It is beautiful. Hi, Sue.
I
It is
know.
beautiful, beautiful yarn, and there's no way I could ever afford it. But if you remember, you get them for half price. So now it's $40.
Oh, okay.
And in March, it was buy
Hey,
one, get one
buddy.
free if you were a
Well,
member. So now
oh,
it's
wow.
$20. So I got
Hi,
two of them.
Tracy.
Two of them for
So I wanted to give a
$40.
shout out real quick to Bonnie and Tracy.
Yep.
You both have letters coming your way. I mailed them out this weekend. So are you a member then of Knit Crate? Because I stopped because I can't do alpaca. I touch it on my face and it just kills me. But I
I just
love that deal.
love on it. Somebody had a coupon in December, I think, and it was January. It was later. So it was get your first box free and just pay shipping. I'm like, okay, I'll do that
Nice.
because I can't afford this stuff. And so I got my first box free. Well, of course, I did get my second box canceled in time. So I got my second box free. And then Mister's like, boy, that is nice yarn. And those are pretty patterns. So I didn't cancel, or I did actually go in and cancel. And then they had all
Oh,
these
he did?
specials coming up. I'm like, why aren't these specials working? And I called customer service and she's like, yeah, you canceled your membership. Oh, that was a mistake. Let's just start
Redo that
back
for me,
up
please.
again. You want to push go on that, but they're very for what I consider a high end mystery box. Their yarn is always high end, and I like the little treat you get in it. They're very like this month's was a little tape measure, which I forgot to show because it was in the bottom of my bag and I didn't notice it.
Okay.
And so and I can't remember the price. I can't remember, but it's either 30 or 35. So it's not horrible. It's no more than, what we're paying for the Annies and those kinds of things, maybe a couple of bucks more, but the difference between getting Red Heart in a package and Malabrango in a package,
Yeah.
So somebody on here, and please forgive me, I don't remember your name, or it was a while ago. And yes, Mary Maxim, I like their mystery bags. Had mentioned that you're doing the Annie's comfort care thing.
That was Keith.
Yeah, I
think
that every month. Yes, it was. And I did that too for a bit, but the first month was the chemo caps with a little bit of yarn, and it's like $35. And then the second month was a scarf with a little bit of yarn for $35. And the third one was a little baby blanket with a little bit of yarn for $35. And I'm like, I can buy a whole lot of yarn for $35 and make a baby blanket or a hat.
Yeah.
Because this is $3 worth of yarn right here. And I'm not sending them because you're paying their shipping, and then they want you to send it to some agency somewhere. Well, I'm giving my things. My friend works at a chemo site. She works with cancer patients. So I'm giving those to her, and we do volunteer work at the VA. So I'm taking that stuff up to them, and I can take the blankets down to the shelter on my own. And so I just like, their prices went down to
I saw that.
$24.99.
I think people were complaining about it. Yeah.
It was way too high price for what it was. $14.99, and you get one skein. Yeah. So I've got enough yarn. I know how to make scarves and hats, and I've got lots of places to donate to, which I do anyway. But I liked the ideas, and so now I kind of know what things people are looking for. So that one I dropped, but I got sucked into the Annie's crochet and knit of the month for those.
I love your videos on those. Love your videos on those.
The crochet one, I'm like, and then the knit one, I'm like, okay, I got a row done this month. But
I get it, Tracy.
Oh, good for you, Janine. Good for you. And the one thing that I do notice is I can go on a website and I can order yarn and I can buy patterns. Yeah. But I'm probably, for the most part, I'm going to pay. Their shipping is usually a little bit better of a deal. And don't you see that
Oh,
on, because you get the Mary Maxons, and what is it? It's a flat rate, $5 or $6 shipping. You can't
yep,
get, I mean, that that great big quilt thing that I just got was huge. It would have cost me $15 or $20 in shipping, and it was
absolutely.
$4.99 shipping.
Yep.
So I have to weigh that into the price too.
I love Mary
But
Maxim. Mary Maxim's one of my favorite yarn companies to buy from because of the shipping. The mystery
mhm,
boxes are awesome.
their mystery
And
boxes are always good.
the knit and the crochet club, I mean, 22 bucks. You can't beat
You
that.
can't beat that. And I'm with you. I can't tell you how many times, and Mister will he's glaring at me. You are not doing another thing. I keep
Ah,
looking at it. The yarn
neither.
that you get in the knit ones are usually better than the crochet ones.
Yeah, that's why I like getting both of them because I can afford $44 a month. And
Mhm,
well, I spend way more than that. I actually have a budget of $200 in yarn that I do every month. It seems like a lot of money, but sometimes I
mhm.
hit it and sometimes I don't. And if I don't hit it, I feel very proud of myself. And if I do
And
hit
that
it, you
rolls
know
over
what?
to next
I
month,
work.
right? Yeah,
And yeah,
yeah.
I figure
And I
it's kind of like my allowance. That's
Yeah,
how I
that's my
feel.
spending money.
It's my
Mhm,
allowance, and that's how I'm spending it on. And I don't have to pay any bills with that money. That's my money. And if I want to spend
that's
it
right.
on yarn, I will. And if I want to put it in a box for you fine people, I'll do that too.
Mhm. Yeah, I know. A friend of mine said, "You spend a lot of money on yarn," and I said, "I have my own business, and my income that I get from my little business. And when I started my little business 25 years ago, oops, my headset's going dead. When I started my
Oh,
little business 25 years ago, it was so I could buy a knitting machine. And because
oh,
at the time I had a husband who's like, no, you can't have any money. And
good
that
night,
didn't
Cindy.
go.
Cindy.
So, oh, I hope this kicks in because
Okay,
now are you guys picking up all the background noise? Is
I'm
that too
not.
bad? Would you mind muting that, please? The TV? You've got the remote next to you. Um, so yeah, that's what the little bit of money I get from my tiny little business is my play money, and I buy yarn. So, and
Mm-hmm.
Mister doesn't care. His only complaint is, where are you going to put it all? There's no
Where are you gonna
room
put it?
here
Yeah.
because I have a very limited space. My space is this big, and my yarn is this big.
Yeah, you
So,
need to go to Lowe's and buy yourself a little Rubbermaid kind of just
so
you're
we
gonna
have that.
staple it
Trust
to
me.
the
Yep.
I
Right.
don't
Right,
know why
Cheryl.
people care.
Nobody's
Sure.
business.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why. It's really none of their concern. And to be fair, I'm not an addict. I have a set budget. This is what I spend my
Hmm.
money on. And I really was thinking about because I had my first hobium order. And if you guys haven't seen that, good God, it's an hour long of me going, oh, that's pretty much all I did the whole time. And I was thinking about reselling hobium in the United States because
Oh,
it's beautiful yarn, it's
yeah.
fun yarn, and I have no reason for what I'm about to say. None. No experience and no reason. I just like it better than ice. No reason
It
whatsoever.
is.
There's,
It
there's
is
no reason.
glorious. It is
It is
gorgeous.
so good. It is so good. So I was thinking about, making up some patterns. I mean, I can do a pattern and teach the pattern. It's just writing the pattern.
Hmm.
Um,
Well, that's why
and
Bagaday
so
doesn't. She can't write a pattern. She can't read a pattern. So she doesn't do patterns. So I
yeah,
don't know that you need to.
I hope
I don't.
not, but that's why I've got glorious yarn. I've got some yarn to make.
Mhm.
I, I just do you have a lot of ideas in your head all the time? All the time. All the
All
time.
the time.
There are ideas all the
I
time.
have I have an idea for a crochet along that I really, really want to do. I got to get caught up a
I'll
little
do
bit on the ones I'm doing now.
it. Okay.
And then I'm going to throw it out there. So probably summertime because it's popping
You
around
gonna
in
do
my
one?
head and I think it'd be cute.
I said
I'm
you're gonna do one because I'll do it.
It
I'll do
is,
it with
and
you.
it's going to be a little bit more. It's going to be a little. It's going to be very different because that's how I roll. But yeah,
I will,
I
Cheryl. Thank
will.
you.
Yeah, yeah, right, Maribel. But she doesn't do them for everything. She does not do a pattern for everything. So even though she has somebody who writes her patterns, there's still not one
Yeah.
for all of it. And I don't think that lady can. I don't think that there's anybody on earth that could keep up with how prolific she is with throwing new stuff out. I mean, like, what, 4 times a
Yeah.
week she's got a new pattern out there. I don't know how she does it.
Um,
Hi, Katrina.
I don't know. Katrina, how are you doing? Yeah, Cheryl actually emailed me quite some time ago about that. And I hope I would love to take you up on your offer for that. I have so many ideas. I just got to really sit down and just film. And, with a full-time job with kids, it's really hard to get these ideas out. Because let me tell you something. When I do a tutorial, you're seeing 5-minute snippets because what I do is I do 5 minutes, hit the stop button, go do this, come back, hit the record button, do that. It takes a long time for me to do a tutorial, a ton of time.
It takes everybody a long
And
time.
then, yeah, and then you have to splice them all together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then do the editing, and
I don't like editing.
That's why I say I'll never do a tutorial. Now, having said that, with this little crochet along that I'm thinking about doing, I'm either going to end up doing a tutorial or I'm going to link. And do you guys know, is this even okay? Can I link somebody else's video that's doing a tutorial on something? Is that
Why can't you?
kosher? I don't know.
You're basically sharing somebody's content. You're sharing it.
And as long as you're giving them
that's
credit,
all you're doing. Yeah, you could do that.
That's probably what I'll end up doing, because why reinvent the wheel for somebody who's already doing a good job?
Cheryl.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah, because the ones that I would do is somebody that I'm doing a crochet along with her. So I don't think she would mind at all if I did that. Perfect. Okay, so a few weeks from now, I got to bounce it off a few people. Amber, I'll talk to you later and tell you what my little idea is, and you can tell me if it sounds ridiculous or not.
That's not going to sound ridiculous. I'll follow along. I'm doing a Robin or Roaming with Rover, cow, whatever.
Yep.
It better be crochet along though. Crochet along.
Yes, it is. It's crochet.
Along. Okay.
Oh no. It would not work for knitting. It would not work for knitting. So definitely.
I don't understand the question. Good or bad habit? Never mind.
Said that earlier. Donine said her son said that we need to look up addict and habit. Can you get by without it, or do you just like it? I tried to tell him it's a habit. He says it's an addict. We don't care.
What?
That's the answer to that question. I don't care. Go back out to your tools and tell me I have too much yarn.
Exactly. My kids say that my kid buys. So my children are like, "Can I get a new game?" I was like, "On your Xbox?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "How is that different than you spending $50 on a game and me spending $50 on yarn? I get way more use out of my yarn than you ever do out of your game." Right? So, yeah.
Exactly. And part of my expenditures, kind of like what you're saying, starting up a new hobby. I haven't crocheted in decades. And when we sold our house and went on the road, 4 years ago, I went from a 4,000 square foot house to a 30-foot or 40-foot RV. Tell me I didn't.
That's crazy.
Everything. So I've had to go out and rebuy everything that I wanted. And
for sure.
So I have bought hooks, and I am buying yarn, and I am buying patterns, and I'm buying all the little doodads. And guess what? They've come up with new doodads since I was doing this in the past.
Can you believe it? I know. I didn't even know the doodads that they had until I started watching YouTube, and everybody's showing me their doodads. I'm like, where you get these doodads at? Now I have to go look for doodads.
And the cute stitch markers. Well, last January, we were at an RV rally, and this gal came over and did a little class for us on jewelry making. Well, I immediately started making stitch markers. So now guess who has a big box of jewelry making supplies so I can make stitch markers buried over there somewhere. So when I get home, I have lots
I
of
am
projects.
actually putting stitch markers on my website, but I am not making them. I go live with oh my God, I am having a
That
brain
gal.
cramp right now.
That gal.
So yes, my
With the gray
Iowa
hair.
chick.
With the pretty gray
Yeah,
hair.
she was just live today. I just watched her. But Laura
Yes.
is putting she makes sterling silver stitch mark, right? So I was like, I'm not interested. Oh, you guys are awesome. Maribel, Bonnie, you guys know what I'm talking about. So she makes them sterling silver, and some of them are mother of pearl. And she's selling them in sets. So I will be putting them on my website. She will be completely responsible for them. There'll be a separate area on my website, and it'll be something like Laura Sterling or Sterling, whatever she has decided she wants to do. But yeah, but it's easy for her. Yeah. Instead of building her own website and maintaining it, she only has a few items. Why would you do that for just a few items?
Yeah. I don't have any way. I don't have the knowledge base to try to do that. Bonnie's asking if you have any idea on her pricing on those lovely stitch markers.
Yeah, on hers, on Laura's, I can't remember. She sent me a message with the pictures. I will post them later. I think there was a set of 5 for $12.95 and a set of 3 for like $7.95.
I got a 200-pound dog in my foot. Get off my foot, Max. Thank you. He's like, you're in the way, Mom. There's no room. Yeah, all the kinds and all the sizes, and those darn furls hooks.
I tried so hard to like the furls. My hand doesn't grip that way. I tried the Odyssey ones.
Okay, because that's the polymer, right?
The heavy ones. No, they're
try the polymer. I was getting shoulder pain, and somebody suggested to me that it was from using that hook. And you wouldn't think a couple of ounces would make any difference. I'm like, really? It's 2 ounces.
But it does, for sure.
When you're doing it for 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
And I switched over to the acrylic one and the wooden one. And man, so I hardly ever grab my metal ones anymore.
I will try.
I haven't tried a tulip yet. Have I?
No, I haven't tried tulips either. My favorite so far, it's right here. I don't know if you can see it. It's super long. It's a Knitter's Pride crochet hook. I really like mine long because I don't like it when it hits my palm. So I like it really, really long. And I hold them far back.
Yeah.
You ever seen me crochet? I hold it pretty far back. So
and that was my favorite. That was the problem. People were raving about the clover, and I'm like, this is too short for me. It's too short. And this is the weirdest thing. And again, only you guys know, because we do this all the time. But at the very end of the clover, it is engraved into the, I don't know what the fabric, the size on it. And that little engraving rubs right there in my hand. And it drives me crazy. So I like the little longer hook. I like that. And there's another brand that I got one of, and I love it too because it's really long too. But I'm going to have to look for the tulips.
Cheryl, these are 6. These are 6 inches. I was trying to find a measuring tape, but I'm pretty sure these are 6 inches. Yeah, and so Streamline, the resin hooks, they look fairly long too. Are they nice long?
And long for me? Yeah, I have no problem with that one. And I know they're expensive. I know they are expensive. Prim. That's the one that I like.
I don't want to try those. And what do you think?
I don't know why I bought it. I must have needed that size when I was somewhere. And I really like it. I wish I had bought that set instead of the clover. But
I'm getting ready to buy it on Amazon. I have it in my cart waiting. Should I buy it? Should I not?
Get it. Yeah, we don't enable at all.
No,
But
no.
so your Knitter's Pride crochet hook, I bought when I had to buy some knitting needles. I got the Knitter's Pride because I couldn't afford the expensive set, the Chioga set that I wanted
Yeah,
for $175.
I
But I'm like,
know.
okay, Knitter's Pride, $65, done. So in
Did
fact,
you
it
like
just got
it?
here in the mail today. It just got here today.
Oh, you
So
do?
yep, yep.
Yeah,
And
I
I did.
really, really love
I
this
got
stuff. I
Chioga
do.
for Christmas, and I'm using that on the striped blanket that I'm making, and I love it. I love
You are
it.
making gobs of blankets. How many blankets are you making right now?
Okay, so officially, when I gave my giveaway, the answer officially was 6.
Right.
I finished the temperature blanket. It's completely 100% done. So that makes it
Oh, they do,
officially
Carol.
5.
Uh-huh.
And I did not start another. I started this. I did the hat. Which way is it go? Like that. I did the hat. And then I made all those puffs when I was at my daughter's house. And then I started a table runner. So officially the answer is 5 blankets, 1 table runner. Oh my gosh, that's it. That's all I have in the works right now.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And now and then I do the pattern of the week, which it was supposed to be a blanket, but I didn't want to do squares. I didn't want to sew a
Oh,
bunch of
yeah,
squares.
yeah,
So that's why I'm doing the dishcloths of the week. So I do a
yeah. Mhm.
dishcloth every week from her.
Yeah. Christina.
And I'm doing a cow from, oh my gosh, I'm going to get her name wrong. She's something in Alaska.
Oh, the crafty, not the, is her name Alaska?
She always wears a do-rag.
But did she move to Arizona?
Oh no.
Okay, so this is somebody else. But I
Yeah.
don't remember. I don't know
She's
them.
doing, it's a fun little thing. It's 2022 Wacky Make a Do. That's the hashtag.
Yes,
20
I know who you're talking about.
Wacky Make a Do.
Yep.
And so once a quarter, you do something to put in that. And I've kept up with that so far.
Yeah.
No, it's not Seta. It's not
No, it
Seta.
isn't Seta.
It's
Although I
somebody
love
else.
Seta.
And
Mad
if
Mimi. It's Mad Mimi.
Yes, Mad Mimi. Thank you. You guys are wonderful.
Party on yarn and crochet. They got it going. They know what they're talking about.
We can all have our brain farts, and somebody's going to know the answer.
Right.
So Mo, the best stitch for washcloth is whatever you want to make. I make washcloths to learn a new stitch, and the only caveat I would put on that is I like something that doesn't have a lot of holes. Although I have done some very, lacy, holy designs, and they're fine too. Because I mean, you just wad it up and wash. So, but I'm doing this, and her name is Crazy Poppy Lady, and she's from the UK, I think England. Crazy Poppy Lady, and she's doing a stitch a week, and it's supposed to be for a blanket, and you do a little square, and then they're all gonna. Well, I'm just doing it to learn the stitches, and I have learned some fabulous stitches from her that I've really, really enjoyed. And then there's been a couple I'm like, don't like that one, but it's a great way. I mean, you're doing something this big, and it takes you a couple of hours at the most.
Maybe, yeah. And you learn to stitch.
Finish it. You just move on to next week's. And it's the cotton yarn, which is, and I'm using peaches and cream, and what's the other one? Something in.
Oh, yeah, the Waffle Stitch. I've made several Waffle Stitch dishcloths. My favorite now, though, is, I don't know if you've seen it, but they have a hot pad where you kind of make it in the round.
Oh, yeah?
And then you fold it, and you seam it in the middle. I actually use those as washcloths because I like the thickness of it, and even if it has holes, it's on both sides, so you don't really
you don't notice.
you don't notice, and it holds soap, and that's what I use.
That's all you need. So the Waffle Stitch. Now that funny thing, because that's one I have not done yet, and I have gotten a couple patterns where that's the stitch, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna learn that one.
The Waffle Stitch is very interesting. I was watching Fiber Spider, who I've watched for years, and he did a Waffle Stitch in the round. And you have to
crocheted in the round?
You believe? Yes. It's a blanket. It's a square that you build on top of each other. And you just it's like a granny square. And it is, I did it for a little while. It is a yarn eater. You got to have a boatload of yarn to do that. But it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful.
And, you know, unfortunately, my yarn supply is very scarce. So I have to be, I can't even say that with a straight face.
But I know what you mean. I know. And your husband was probably going, what is she talking about?
Yeah, she must live in a different house than I live in.
Oh, no, I love my yarn. As a matter of fact, I have got my first pound of fluff. I have never used it before. I have seen a lot of people do it, and I was afraid, like, oh, yeah, it's going to be your regular Saver yarn, which I love Super Saver, but, you know, I have enough of it. But it's really nice.
Yeah,
it is really nice yarn.
Yep.
So
oh, you sell your Mixtanine. That's nice. What kind of thing do you typically sell? I just like the washcloths, and you know the guys out here. It's like, yeah, I just made this. Take it home to your wife. Mister wants it out of the house. And I got another baby blanket in one of my little kits, and I'm like, oh, I don't have any babies to crochet for. But
I have two grandbabies.
We had 2 babies and 2 grandbabies with guys out here on the rig. So I got some baby things going. And I'm hoping somebody's got a little that I can give this hat to. So Suzette,
hi, Diane.
I'm not familiar with that one. Are you familiar with that stitch, Amber?
What's the stitch called?
Suzette.
Oh, is that the half double? No, the single and the double. You go across. Kind of. Do you have something in the chat?
What?
There's a message in the chat box.
Yes.
Okay. Do I need to look at it?
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, we can tell secrets when we do this.
I'm gonna try not to.
That's awesome.
So how do I go back? Oh,
you click comment.
I'm perfectly fine.
Okay.
To be fair, I'm having too much fun. What I'm saying, you hear what I'm saying?
It is fun.
All right,
my mind is if we get busy, I got to help Mister here. He's doing good so far. He's doing good so far. Did the wind die down a little bit? No.
Just for the second.
Oh, we get these gusts, like 50, 60 mile an hour gusts, and you think we're going to be in doing a Toto dance here pretty quick. Me and
Nancy.
flying up to the balls. Too much yarn.
Now.
Yeah. Dishcloths, kitchen scrubbies. You know, I haven't made a scrubby yet. Isn't that so funny? Little things scare me. Small items scare me. I'm like, yep. I don't know. Give me another blanket. I'll make blankets till the cows come home.
That is so crazy, but a little scrubby.
Yep. I've never made a scarf. I made one cowl. I made my first cowl a couple months ago, and I loved it. Bag a day. Shawls. I love pocket shawls. Dragonfly poncho. That sounds interesting. Ooh.
Yeah. Who said that? Dragonfly poncho. Deneen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see her. I don't see it. I must be not at the bottom.
Yeah, she's 5 or 6 up.
Well,
it looks.
I think that'd be cool.
Oh, there it is. It just popped up on my phone. So the
dragonflies are my favorite thing on the planet, other than my children, of course. But I just love fireflies. I mean, not fireflies. Dragonflies. I don't know. They're my favorite.
They're darling.
Everybody has to have something, their favorite animal, insect, whatever. And dragonflies.
So what's your favorite animals, everybody? Mine's the polar bear. Tracy, how come you're wearing a vest? Why do you got the fancy reflective vest? This is so fun.
Oh, I bet she works on the road, right? You work on the road? Love dragonflies. Nancy loves dragonflies too.
Mm-hmm.
I do make face scrubbies, but they're basically the same thing as my washcloths. They're the ones that are folded, and they're, I just, you stick with one pattern that you know, and you do it. And even with the, okay, Nancy, the dolphins and ladybugs. Oh, ladybugs are so cute. Dogs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, go dogs. Yeah. Yeah, there's no dogs around here. Roaming with
Yeah,
Rover.
okay. Owls.
Oh, owls. Owls and cats. I love cats. I miss my kitty. When we first hit the road, we had a cat with us too. So we had the monster dogs and the cats. So I don't know if y'all know, you probably haven't gone back and looked at, if you guys go back and look at some of my older videos, you'll see more of the RVing stuff and you'll meet the dogs a little bit more. So we've got, the small dog is Joe, and he's about 20 pounds. He's a terrier. The middle dog is Miss Sophie, and she's 100 pounds, and she is a lab mastiff mix. And Max, who is the baby, is about 150 pounds, and he's a purebred mastiff. So he's small. He's small for a mastiff. Before this, we had an English mastiff before we got Max. He was 205 pounds and would crawl up in my lap. Yeah, that dust is terrible.
Everybody can see your dust behind you.
Yeah, it's just awful.
Wow.
That's why I started wearing these things, because my hair just sticks out like this, and
from the dust.
So yeah, my
oh my god,
I look like an old Russian lady with my babushka.
It's so funny.
I don't care.
So there's a lot of owls. So Tracy was an owl. Susan's the puma. Oh my gosh, sea turtles, sloths, and white tigers. My young daughter.
Yes.
Sloths are her favorite.
I remember that from your video.
Good Lord. Sloths.
Everywhere.
God.
I'm not.
I mean, they're cute.
I don't have anything against them. I'm just not in love with them.
No. Okay. And I don't have to be, because my daughter is.
What's your opinion? What is your guys'? This is silly. What is your guys' opinion on the? Oh my gosh, I can't remember what they're called. Little pointy hat guys.
Pointy hat guys.
The gnomes. The gnomes have taken over our world. I don't know.
Listen, I love gnomes because I like the little ones that I put in the garden. Yeah. I like those gnomes. I love to do amigurumi and have done several for my grandbabies and children. I've never done a gnome. I've done bears. I've done bears. I've done bears. And bunnies and stuff like that. But I'm not. They're for the garden. But they're in the garden. I'm perfectly fine with them. I'm not. I probably will never make one. I'm not gonna have a doorstop with one. So okay, pretty crazy person, Melanie, with the snakes. Okay.
Yeah, no, we have snakes all over around here. Yeah, you're right, Cheryl. They're cute, but they're too many of them. And I'm also afraid of amigurumi. All those little bits scare me. But you know what I made that I think technically qualifies, and I really liked it, was, what's her name? I got no idea what her name is. But it's the cup cozy, and it's got a dog face on the front. And the dog face, it's like this deep. I just stuffed the thing. So I think officially it's an amigurumi. And I loved it. It was so cute. So
if you have to stuff it, it's an amigurumi.
Then it is. I did do one.
My first ones were little balls because I made them for the dog and cat toys.
Oh, fun.
And then you go like, oh, maybe I can sew something in with it. So but I was crocheting for 25 years before I even decided to do amigurumi. I'm like, I'm not touching it. And then one day you just touch it like you did with knitting. I decided, well, let's just try it. Oh, and once you do it, oh, for the love. Oh my God, could you make my grandson one? Oh my God, could you make my son one? Oh my God. Right. Oh, it's way worse than any blanket.
Yes.
Way worse. They want your little teddy bears that you're making. You're like, you don't get it. Can I just please make you a blanket instead?
Yeah.
Because you don't have to sew on the little feet or the little, you don't have to sew on anything.
Sewing them together and putting little expressions on their faces. That's why I don't do embroidery, because my stitching is terrible.
Mine too.
Till the cows come home, but I cannot do embroidery. My grandma tried, and I'm like, Grandma, I can't do a French knot. Well, I figured out why I can't do a French knot, because I'm left-handed and I'm turning them backwards, so they don't knot. It doesn't make a knot. And
that's so funny.
I gave up. Even my back stitching on my cross stitching it's a stretch sometimes. But I love cross stitching. Love it, love it, love it.
I'm gonna have to learn. My daughter wants to learn how to do it. She's very into. Yeah, she's very into all that. She's 8. I had to buy her a teeny little one.
Yeah, no, they've got those little beginner ones that Michael's or Joann's are like $5. And if you're interested, when you're ready to do it, give me a holler and I'll give you some clues. Yes, Hooked by Angel. Yes, and I did the last year's Valentine dog. It had the little spot over his eye, but the little spot is a little pink heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's it. Oh, that's funny, Cheryl. No, not dumb.
Oh, you're so funny, Cheryl.
That's hilarious. I love it.
That is.
I'm gonna have to get my hair some little hints for some first timing stuff when you're ready to do the cross stitching. And if you want, we can FaceTime and work on it together. I'd be happy to do that. I tried to teach my daughter. I tried to teach my granddaughters. They're like, yeah, I'm not doing this. Why do we need to do this, Grandma? You do it all.
Yeah, right. Whatever. Now, so the cross stitching, let me just make sure I have this right, because I don't know if it's embroidering or what. So do you have to have a special kind of cloth for that?
You can use, let me think a second. You can use, embroidery cloth is usually solid.
Okay.
Cross stitch, you can use Aida cloth, which has the little, kind of like little squares, or solid.
Okay.
Cross stitch is little crosses.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to do something on my kitchen towels, because I get those flour sacks. They're my favorite. I don't know why, they just are. But I wanted to put something on there.
Yeah. I don't know, those of you that do this, Cheryl, maybe, I find cross stitch much, much easier than embroidery. But again, my stitch work is
Aida cloth. Aida cloth.
Aida. It's just Aida
cloth. Oh, I tried.
Aida nope, Aida cloth, and it comes in all different sizes. And now that I'm old, I have to get 14, maybe 16. I used to do 22. So it's 22 is 22 stitches per inch. 14 is 14 stitches per inch. 12 is 12 stitches. I don't think it gets any smaller than 12. I don't know. But
cross stitch will be the way to go then. Okay. Yeah, for sure.
I believe, unless you can find someone, or some people are just naturals and take to it. That was not me.
But I'm doing it with my 8-year-old daughter, so I think the cross stitch will definitely be something that she would enjoy with me. So,
and when you get ready, Hirschner's has a bazillion cross stitch kitchen towel sets. They've got them for every holiday, everything. Where am I from?
I just received the Hirschner's catalog. I'm dying.
I know. Whoops. I've got a big old dog tail hidden in my computer.
I don't know where you're from.
I am from Washington State.
Right.
And I am currently living in Texas. And I spent a chunk of time in Georgia. So I learned to talk when I was little. I lived in Georgia till I was 6. That's where my dad was from. And so I learned to talk when I was in Georgia. So I get around anybody with a Southern accent and I pick it up immediately.
Forget about it.
Just immediately. And it's funny because there's not that many people in Texas that have what I consider a Southern accent. But I picked up the y'all again real quick.
That never goes away.
Yep. And it's so
So,
funny. I get yes ma'amed all over the place down here. And I told Mister the other day, I go, when we get home, I still expect the yes ma'ams. It ain't happening. I know better. I know better.
so
Yeah,
I was
14.
actually born in Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
And so we didn't live there long, but apparently it was enough to get you going. And so when I get really tired, and you'll notice that the accent comes out more. It happens when I'm really tired or very excited.
Mm-hmm.
And then because I'm a military brat, so we moved everywhere. And
Same.
but she hears it. Tracy hears it. But then we moved when I married my husband, who Texas. He's from Texas. He's from Texas. So I was with him for a very long time. And Texas has their own accent, and
Yes.
it's very different. But then
Mm-hmm.
I moved to Maryland, which you would think is north, but but it is below the
Oh, that's
Mason-Dixon line. And I lived in Southern Maryland and for 20 years. And then you move to Florida, and some people have accents, some people don't. It really just depends on where you are. I think anything south of Orlando is not really south.
yeah. No.
You get closer to the Georgia, Florida line, that's south. But farther north, I mean, south, they're not really southern, but you know,
Mm-hmm.
you get it, you get it all. And so, and then I finally moved to Iowa, and people looking at me like, where are you
Where?
from? I'm like, I'm from here, from Iowa. Where
I've
are you
heard.
from? Kind of, I am. My folks are from here, so.
It's so funny because people will tell me that I have an accent from the north, and I'm like, there is no accent in the north. Y'all are the ones with accents. We don't have an accent.
That's right.
So yeah, it's funny. But even down here, it's funny is it's because here on the oil rig, they come from no, very
Everywhere.
few of them live in Texas. They
Yeah.
come from all over, and they drive like 10, 12 hours to get here for their when it's time for their tour, and they work 2 weeks on and 2 weeks off. And so
Oh,
their 2 weeks are up, and then they drive home 12 hours. And I got one guy drives from Wisconsin, and I'm like,
jeez. Hey, here's
what?
my neck of the woods. Yeah.
Yeah.
That takes
So
20
we
hours.
got a couple guys that work that live in Canada. They fly down here to work on the rig, and
They
so
must make an awful powerful much money. More
the
money.
higher you get, the more the money is.
Yeah.
The lower level guys, they don't make as much as you would think, but
Uh,
but we've got one guy, and he is from Louisiana, and we call him Cajun. He has got the heaviest, hardest accent I have
Louisiana.
ever heard. Deep, deep Cajun accent. And I've been talking to this guy for 8 months. And at this point, I get about 3/4 of what he says.
You're like, what?
Say that
Yeah,
again?
I definitely had that too.
It is funny.
You go to the deep south and you're like, what did,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I know. I definitely do. They're like, you didn't get what he was saying, did you? I'm like, I really didn't. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Could you translate that for me? Because
Could you do
when
that
I
again?
first went to Texas, so I was 21 years old when I got married. I'd never been to Texas before, met my in-laws, and they say things way different than I ever heard. So one of the things were, hey, we need to go to the Ford House. I'm like, what's the Ford House? I'm like, the Ford House. I'm like, I don't know what a Ford House is. Like the place where you buy Ford cars. I'm like, oh.
The car lot?
Yes!
The Ford
That's
House.
a Ford House. I'm like, Ford House. And then they would say the movie house. And then one time I was not feeling very well, and they're like, you're looking kind of puny. I'm like, I'm what? And they're like, you're looking kind of puny. I'm like, I don't know what that means. That means small to me. I don't know what puny means. They're like, sickly. I'm like, oh. And then we're in the middle of the pasture, and they're like, look at the brownins. I'm like, brownins? What are brownins? The whitins next to the brownins. I'm like, I don't know what whitins or brownins are. I figure the colors are maybe the brown ones, the brownins, the whitins, the white ones. I'm like, I did not know that. I didn't know that. By the way, I had no idea that I said gobs as much as I do until I have to edit my video. I'm like, oh my God, I said it again. Oh my God, I said it again. Gobs and gobs, gobs and gobs.
Gobs
I
and
said gobs
gobs.
a lot.
We say gobs. We say gobs.
Yeah, because gobs is a good word.
What I noticed is fixing. We're fixing to.
Yeah.
Fixing to go here. We're fixing to do that. And come on. We're the
yeah.
And as I'm like, I'll be talking to somebody and they'll be like,
Cool.
blah blah blah. We need to get this thing over here. Come on. And we'll be in the middle of a conversation. They'll be like, come on. And they use it as like an exclamation.
That is so funny.
Instead of saying like, really, it's come on or come on.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I'm like, okay, once I figured out what he was saying. But they're adorable. These guys are just adorable.
I bet.
I had mentioned to one of the guys that I love Cadbury eggs with that gooey stuff inside. I love them. And I can't find any here.
Jennifer.
When he was on day off, nope. It's just our town doesn't have them. And one of the guys, he was on days off and he was at home, wherever home is. I think it's in Oklahoma. And he found Cadbury eggs and brought them back for me.
Oh, that's true love.
They do that stuff for us all the time. And one of the guys went to town today and bought pizza, and he brought us a pizza.
That's nice.
So
I gotta mention Margaret real quick because that is a real thing. That is a real thing. I think it is. You say something like it's like like I don't know how to explain Margaret, maybe you can do better than I can, but is a really it's a real thing. It's definitely a real thing. So more than yes, I say too. My kids are like, what? It's like, shut up. Let me alone. You guys go and get. Just let me alone.
Oh yeah. Frog says they cut the light on. And you know something else I heard? What was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, cut the light on. Or stand online. That's not a thing where we come from. It's stand in line. You're in a line.
Oh, okay.
A line.
No.
And the other thing was something about groceries. Making groceries. They had to go make groceries. And I'm like, what?
What does that mean?
I got to go make groceries. They were going
to
the
get them.
Store. Yeah, so they were going to make groceries.
And I think for me, it was kind of hard because I was a military brat all of my life. Yeah. So when I came out of that, people don't go to the commissary; they go to the grocery store. They didn't need. It's really weird. In the military, I was in there for a really long time, and then I married somebody in the military, so that was that. Mm-hmm. But when you're overseas or you go on base and you go to a movie theater, the first thing you do is stand up because the movie has the national anthem.
Oh.
That's like going to a ball game and they sing the national anthem. They do that at the movie theater too. And so when I first came here, we're all standing up, and we're like, everybody's looking at us like, okay. So there's a lot of things that we had to get used to. It's very culture shock. Mm-hmm. Because military brats are kind of like a subculture of American, and it's definitely weird. I'm 50, almost 4 now, so I've obviously gotten used to it. But I didn't come back to the States until I was 25 years old.
Oh wow!
I moved to overseas when I was 8 and came back when I was 25, and it was a huge. I brought that Southern accent with me. But it was a lot of fun. Oops, excuse me. Yeah, that's kind of exactly what it is.
We say oops. Like, oops, sorry.
Yeah,
oops.
We say oh. We say
Isn't that funny?
Oh, my bad. A lot of it's my bad. Something like that.
Yeah. I was really surprised when I first came to Texas. We say, you go to the grocery store and you're all done, and we go, have a nice day. Have a nice day. Yeah. They say, have a blessed day.
Oh yeah.
Day.
Yep. Like, it definitely. And it's a lot of times they'll say, what?
The first time they didn't say that, I'm like, oh, you're not from around here, are you?
Yeah, I know. It is. You definitely know when people aren't from that area. You have a blessed day. You have a blessed day. I mean, that's just the way it is. And I've never had anybody say this to me because I probably slapped them across the face. But this is a real thing, and people are not making it up. But really, when somebody says, "Oh, bless your heart," that really is not a good thing.
That is an insult.
I mean, it can be, but I mean, unless you're talking to a baby that just fell, bless his heart, bless his heart. But when you're talking to a grown person, you say "bless your heart," you're just like, "What did you just say to me?" Those are fighting words right there.
Bless their heart. Yeah.
Yeah.
She needs.
Now I have said it on a couple of occasions.
Yeah. It is. You can say anything you want as long as you add "bless your heart" on the end.
Yeah, kind of.
Same thing, Deneen. I do the same thing. I'm always apologizing. Oh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me.
Apologizing for what?
If someone bumps into you, you say, "Oh, sorry."
Oh, we say, "Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, my bad. Oh." Yeah, we say that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a Canadian thing. I swear to you, if I don't touch my computer, it is shutting off.
Uh-oh.
I am reading the comments down there.
Oh.
Because I can't read it from my phone, so.
I finally got used to. Oh, this is interesting. Deneen.
Okay.
So, this is funny. Okay, so on my computer, I see a bunch of letters and I'm like, what is she writing? And then I just glanced at my phone and I see it's your flag. So the emojis don't show up on my computer screen. Everybody.
Oh, they don't?
I just want to see what the heart emojis look like.
Oh.
Because I wanna. Every time I get on here, something new.
No, I can see everything. Let me go ahead and turn my light back on so you guys can see me. Maybe. I don't know. Makes me feel better. How's that?
Do you have Connor's phone number? Okay. He just called me. I was going to see if you could call him.
Oh, Tracy.
Okay, the hearts show up. Oh, Tracy. Yes, it is settled. So, Tracy, how come you have to wear a safety vest? I don't think I ever heard.
Oh, she's at the toll booth. Toll. She's at the toll.
Okay. I missed it.
I missed that. She's at the toll.
That's
no, you get to talking, and it's all good. No, I just want to say to everybody, I'm super happy that we have 22 people or however many people are watching right now, commenting. I have seen every one of you. I love that you're here. I love talking to you. And this is just, if you want to be on my list, just send me an email, fosteringcrochet@gmail.com. One of the best things ever for me is receiving mail. I love receiving mail. I love even if it's just a card saying, "Oh, hey, thinking about you," or whatever. It makes the world go round, I guess. And so I wanted to pay it back, whatever you call it. Yeah. Well, not. I mean, just I think when you all watch me and you all comment on my channel, it makes me have a great day. And I just want a little bit, just to give you back a little bit of a great day. Does that make any? It sounds dumb, but it feels good to me.
Mr. just said it makes us have a blessed day.
Right, exactly right. Yes, that's it.
I want you guys to know I read every comment, every single one, and I just adore when people, and some people write a lot of stuff. Like, wow, that's amazing. That is wonderful. And Cheryl, the other day when you gave me those tips, that helped me so much. And I think I'm kind of in the same boat as you, Amber. I don't know anybody who does this kind of stuff that I can ask questions of. I have one very, very dear friend who may be lurking, who in Washington, who crochets, and she has helped me with crochet. She does Tunisian, and that's almost all she does is Tunisian, and she adores it. And it's like putting needles in my eyeballs for me to do it. I did it.
I tried.
Hate it.
Yeah, me too. I don't know. I try, but for me, Robin, when So just a little background, nothing major. I left my husband 20 years ago, and it'll be 20 years this year. No, it won't. Will it? No. We're 19. I don't know. It's a long time. And so I really had to figure out how to do everything on my own, because I moved from my parents' house to my husband's house, and he turned the lights on. He, turned the telephone on. He, did the gas stove. He everything was in his name, and it was really hard, and nobody really helped me. Well, I mean, my mother wasn't here. No, my family wasn't here. I was somewhere else because I was moving with them because of the military. And I had to do everything on my own. And when you get used to doing everything on your own, it's really hard to ask for help. And with this community, I don't even have to ask. It is volunteered. It's amazing. And sometimes when I don't reply, it's because I'm processing that you're being helpful, and I don't know what to do with that. I'm like, I'm trying, it doesn't. And so and just like Robin, I read every single comment. I might not reply to all of them. I do heart them. I'm so sorry, because I am truly very busy all day long. As a matter of fact, just for an example, I was at work today. I work from home. Thank the Lord I found that job. But I took my 30-minute lunch. I went to the kitchen, made dinner for the kids, finished that. My break was over, went back to work, and then, so those are the things. I do not complain. I love what I do. I love my kids. It fulfills my, whatever. And the crocheting fills the other part. But you guys are amazing. So just know I try to at least heart and like every comment. Sometimes I only reply with an emoji like, haha, or, a smiley or a heart. It's just knowing that I did read it. I'm so happy, so thrilled, and so incredibly grateful that you have decided that you want to bring me in your home for the 30 minutes that I'm talking the whole time. The whole time. And sometimes very loudly.
And you guys, we know that there's 18 million videos out there you could be watching, and that you took the time out of your day to watch one of ours. It blows us away each and every time. Every time I put up a video, I'm like, nobody's going to watch this.
That would be awesome.
Sometimes I don't even get back in it for me to do a watch through, and I'll have 2 or 3 views, and I'm like, how did they do that?
Like, what do you guys do? Do you stalk me?
Well, I stalk you every day. I go,
did Amber
put one up? Yeah. Did Amber put one up? Oh, there it is. There it is. And
well, so here's another thing for all of the people who are watching right now who actually have their channels. Listen, I know I don't post every day, but I'm seriously, if you don't post for 3 days, I get a little upset. I'm like, where you at? I'm getting a little, I need to have you. Where'd you go?
Oh, thank you, Frog. Frog just threw some yarn in your window. Thank you, guys. Yeah, y'all make sure you go over there to Amber and throw some yarn in her window. Throw some.
That would be lovely. Thank you.
We get it. It takes a lot of time. And I know a lot of times people have things running in the background, or they have it running on the TV, and it's not easy. And I try to at least minimally, I try to do a thumbs up, or I'll put a heart there. But you can't. You can't on everything, and we understand. We get that. Guys, you're gonna just laugh at me. So I've been, of course, it's a long ways away, but I'm slowly sneaking up to the 1,000 mark. I'm slowly sneaking up to the 1,000 mark. And Dennis says, Pop Pie guys are here. Hi, you guys.
Hi, Daniel.
Is it Daniel and Oslo? And oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fart. Don't tell me.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yes. Sorry. I told her.
Terrible.
Sorry.
I'm terrible with names. No, thank you so much. But I forgot what I was talking about.
They're so distracting.
So I'm sort of, I can see the neighborhood of 1,000. I'm not close. Yay, thank you guys for joining. I'm not close, but I can see the end of the tunnel on that 1,000. And I kept telling Mister, I can't believe it though. I'm at 200 watch hours. I'm at 203 watch hours. I am never in a million years going to hit that 4,000. Well, apparently I was looking in the wrong place. I
I
actually am
guess
almost,
so.
I'm almost at 1,000 watch hours
Thank you,
too.
Jennifer.
So I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
How many watch hours do you have?
Just almost. My watch hours and my subs are just running neck and neck. So it's
Oh,
still a
okay.
long ways off. Oh
Well,
yes.
the thank you.
So
I do have a
sweet.
lot of energy. I don't even know where that shit comes from, but I just swore. I'm so sorry.
Who's got time? Put a quarter in the corner there.
I think with watch hours, if you really want to help, just put it on in the background. I have heard that I can watch your video 3 times and it counts. The fourth time, maybe not so much.
And so what I do is, because I've got his phone and I've got my phone and I've got the tablet and there, and then
Yes, Margaret.
Mr. will get up in the morning and he'll say, okay, so whose video am I watching this morning? Oh, that's Crystal, the crazy, and I'll get this wrong, the crazy chicken and yarn cat lady.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either, but everybody knows who we're talking about when we say
I
that.
adore
Crystal with a K.
Yeah, Crystal with the K. So, you guys, as long as you're here, I'm going to go ahead and let you know next Tuesday on my live at 10 a.m. Central Time, we have the Paw Apply, guys. So make sure you guys pop in and watch that one too. That's going to be super exciting as well. I will
definitely watch it. I will definitely watch it, but it'll be on the background because I'll be at work. And you guys are so funny, and they're I like how they're talkative too. I like talkative people. I guess
I do too. Yeah, you guys. I was telling Amber that I just feel so blessed. Almost everybody that I have reached out to be on a show, on a live, they've just like, sure, no problem. And I'm like, really, you want to be on my live? Are you sure you know who you're talking to? Because it's just me. But
that's so funny.
I'm getting my Tuesdays filled up, and there it is, Crystal the Yarny Chicken and Crazy Cat Lady. Yes, absolutely. Yep. Oh, so as long as we've got everybody here and we're getting deep into this, I want to do a giveaway. Amber, I'd love to give away one of your patterns. So
I only have one.
Well, it'll be easy for them to pick which one they want.
Pick one.
Oh, thank you, little crafty bix Tiffany. I appreciate that. Yeah, have fun watching the unbossings. Those are fun. A lot of people like the Finish It Friday videos too. See all the junk I'm working on. But what I'll do is
watch every one of them, so it doesn't matter. I watch them all.
We've got, let's say, 20 people in here, and everybody, Amber, you send me a number between 1 and 20 on the little private chat thingy bobber. And y'all put in the word. Let's go yarn, our favorite thing. Everybody put in the word yarn. And then
I don't know how.
Then she's going to, okay, go ahead and start. START. Did I do that right? Okay, everybody start. Put in the word yarn. And then Amber's going to send me a number, and that person's going to win a copy of her pattern. Yay.
Did you get it?
Yep, I did. I did.
This is it right here.
It's so pretty.
I love this thing. Yep. That's it right there.
Nice. And just so y'all know, I have to count on my screen because apparently sometimes it's different. It looks different on the phone than it does on our official screen. Oh yeah, we all smell the yarn. That's the only thing I don't like about getting those. I love it when we get those packages and they've got the zippered plastic bag, but they all smell like plastic. But
they all smell like, but it's still yummy.
The trade-off is worth it.
100%. Oh my gosh, I was telling you, so everybody knows how much I love Super Saver, right? I've never tried the Premier Basics before.
Huh?
I am having a really hard time. This is good yarn. I love Premier Basics. I mean, holy cramoly.
Attitude.
It is good yarn.
And soft. I'll tell you what, though, this is the one thing I have to say about that. I'm doing the luck of the draw with somebody.
Yes, Tracy.
Somebody, no idea. Luck of the draw. And
Okay.
I'm using
Some
the
people comment what it is.
6 with as my main color, and there are so many knots in it. I don't know if it's just
What?
this one skein that I grabbed. I've got a knot in it probably every 20 or 30 yards. I've got one of their knots from their machine, and I'm like,
And that's in Premier Basics?
Mm-hmm.
I have never had a knot.
Yes, Nan's knots. She's the one doing that one. Oh, you guys are amazing. And I'm hoping that maybe it's just this one that I got because I'm still on my first skein. So we'll
What's
see.
boucle yarn? She asked if it would look good in boucle yarn. I don't know what that is.
It's a real fluffy, kind of bouncy looking yarn. I bet it would. Oh, that was a hard hit. Okay, I think.
Oh, Nan's Next Knots. Is that what you're doing? Nan's Next Knots?
Knots, yeah.
I saw that you're doing those hexies, right?
Yeah, and I brought it with me. I got done.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm 3 weeks behind in that. I'm 3 weeks behind in my weekly washcloth. Who knows how far behind? Well, the other ones don't really have the deadlines, so yeah. Okay.
I would say that no, it probably wouldn't look good because you're not going to see the actual insect. Yeah, you're not going to see the stitch. So I would say no. And only because Margaret said it's like homespun, so now I got it.
Yeah, it is. Okay, now I'm going back to the top and we're going to count. Okay, the secret number was 9. So y'all keep me honest here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Party on with Yarn and Crochet.
Yay!
Season 5. Yay!
Send me your email. I'll send it to you.
I'll get with Amber afterwards. And do you need to send Amber your email so that she, right?
I'll send it to you. It's in a PDF. Listen, this is my very first pattern that I've ever written by my little lonesome. So Cheryl actually looked at it and made some corrections to help me out. So I was very, very happy that she did that. And I don't have any pictures because I don't know how to do none of this stuff, you guys.
That's so much fun. So much fun. Well, folks, we are way farther in than I ever thought we'd be able to sit and chat. I could do this.
How long was it supposed to be for?
I love it. But I have made Mr. do my job now for almost 2 hours, and I know he's getting tired of going up and down those steps. It's real hard on him. And I know we have no control over how busy we are here, but we know we've got a busy night. We got a lot of trucks coming in tonight. So I need to let him rest because he works the night shift. And that's when we're going to have several dozen trucks coming in tonight. So it's going to be a busy night for him. And it's going to be a super busy night for me in the morning. But I cannot thank you guys enough for joining us with that. And please be sure and tune in next Tuesday, 10 o'clock Central. What is that? 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Pacific. And that's all I can do in my head. There's another one in there. Mountain time would be 9 o'clock. And that's it. Right. That's the extent of my abilities to deal with time off the top of my head. And I know poor Daniel guys are complete. How many hours different are you guys? Daniel, are you guys from us? I know it seems like every time you're on TV on the video.
Cheryl had that was fun.
Something.
Thank you, Crafty Christina. Thank you, Lisa. Hey, I just want to do one more thing. I know that there was one winner for the pattern, but because you guys are so awesome, if you email me, I will send it to anybody who emails me tonight for free.
Oh my gosh, Amber, that is
anybody. And the only thing that I don't know how to do is embed the tutorial. So I will just put it in the email, separate from the pattern. Okay. So you'll have the tutorial and you'll have the pattern. So anybody tonight, I'm telling you, I am a giver. So I just can't help myself.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, Tiffany, that's AM. That's 10 o'clock AM. Hi, Purple Yarnivore. Hi, I'm so nice to
Trish,
see
where you
you.
been?
Hi.
Trish is my neighbor.
No,
The
what's
Purple
your name?
Yarnivore Trish.
Trisha. Thank you.
Mhm.
I love your videos, Trish.
I love
Okay,
you too.
so speaking of crochet alongs, she does this wonderful crochet along, and I have to laugh because there's just not enough hours in the day.
I know.
So I'm watching. She has this book. She bought this book, and she every month she picks a pattern, and they're nice. They're darling patterns, and they're fairly easy. And so I bought the book because I was going to do these patterns with her, and that was 3 months ago, and I haven't done a single one yet. But
we try. There's just too much. It's too
we still
much.
watch videos, and we have fun with them. And yeah, it's her. You guys, she's a kick too. Y'all go.
She really is.
Everybody just go watch everybody.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody. Thank you so much. Roaming with Rover, Robin. This was amazing. Thank you so much. You invite me anytime because I could sit here all day and chat with you. All day.
And everybody, make sure you go throw yarn in her window. And I hope a few of you guys will come in and check out my stuff as well. And if there's anything you want to, if there's anything that we haven't jabbered about and you want to hear about, let us know. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody for joining in tonight. I'm getting glared at because he's exhausted and he needs a nap before he has to start his shift. So thank you.
Thank you.
Well, bye, everybody. Thank you so much.
Bye.
We'll talk to you later. See you next Tuesday, 10 a.m. Bye-bye, everyone.
Have a blessed
night. Y'all have a blessed day.
All right. Bye.